Hey guys, welcome back. This is day 3 of him limping, day 2 of stall rest. We're heading out to feed him. It's 3:30 and we're going to muck his stall and feed him and check his water and lead him up and down the alleyway. And while I muck his stall, he's going to be tied up. I was just going to film a minute or so of me cleaning the stall, but you know, depending on how long my battery on my phone lasts, I might just keep it on and you guys can watch him while he's standing, while he's tied up, if you're interested in that. If not, you can fast forward it, because I don't want to turn it off to stop filming just to turn it on after I'm done doing something, just to edit it in. So yeah, so if you guys don't want to see that full thing, just fast forward it. Anyways, we went out last night and checked on him, and he was still limping pretty bad, but not as bad. He was a little skittish going up and down the alleyway of the barn. And then he was a little afraid to go back into the stall. I've had a family member tell me to just turn him back out in the field. Let him be in an area he's familiar with, but because he's the only horse that's out here. But I went out there this morning and he didn't seem too worried. So I'm going to leave him until he's healed or until he shows signs of being better. The owners have been attempted to be contacted. I have texted and called and no response, but they work too, so everybody works. Videos might not happen every day when he heals, until he heals, because tomorrow's Monday and I have to work. So today is the 29th of September. We're gonna go see the big guy. See him. Where are you going? So, I'm going to shut these doors. And I'm going to turn on the barn light. And I have a hair in my mouth. I realized I didn't show you guys the feeder in the last video. I was trying to show you 2 feeders. I thought I pointed them down enough, but I guess I didn't. So I'll show you those 2 feeders real quick. And I got him an apple. We have rotten, or they're not completely rotten, but we have some bad apples and peaches and plums and pears and carrots. So whenever we come out, we give him 1 or 2 in the morning, 1 or 2 at night. So, and since it is 3:30, I'm just going to feed him when I'm done. I think I've already said that. So I'll show you the feeders. So this is the first feeder I was trying to show you. There's a feed pan inside of a tire. And I realized I didn't show you guys the holes either. So I'll do that. He's watching me over the baby. He knows I got an apple. What he doesn't know is he's going to be taken out and tied up while I do stalls. Yeah. Okay, so that is the big hole right there. And it goes, oh, why can't I show you? It goes this way, all the way around here, and down out through there. And that's what his other stall has too. I'm not sure what it's from. We think maybe rabbits or rodents. He wants out of there. He's not very patient. And this is the feeder. So hay goes into here. There's a tie ring, so that if you're teaching them to tie, you can kind of shut the stall door, tie him up in there, and they've got food. It teaches them to be a little more patient. So I'm going to set you guys up while I grab him on the halter and tie him up and figure out where I'm going to do that at. You probably won't be able to see me halter him. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I'm going to move this because I plan on tying him right over here. No. I just corrected him. I corrected him because he tried to walk out. So I'm going to tie him up and do a stall. Then I'll walk him up and down. I just want to kind of get him out. And yes, I know I got an apple for you. I want to get him out and let him kind of stand for a minute first. Back up. Eveman's apple. Take the whole thing. Alright. So I'm going to aim you guys at this tie ring while I do the stall. Again, if you don't want to see him tying, maybe fidgeting, maybe standing, whatever he's going to do, fast forward it. He's never been tied to a tie ring, only to the post, stop. The post and the stop. Inner tube that you guys have seen. So we'll see how this goes. Quit being pushy. There's no more. Nope. He's just kind of getting his face in mine a little bit, and I don't like that. So I'm going to tie him loose, but not too loose. But not too tight either, because, again, he's got it. You're okay. He's got an injury to his leg or his foot. And so if he kind of freaks out, I want him to have a little space to move. So I'm going to get started, and you guys can watch his big butt. Move over. Move over. There you go. Just dumping your poop. You'll notice that didn't take very long, because for anybody who may ask this, the floor of our barn, it's nothing special. It's not concrete, it's not padding, it's not polylast. I would like to get a polylast trailer. It's not rubber mats, it's not anything like that. It's just dirt from the ground that we just built. My grandpa built the barn on it and didn't put a flooring in. He uses natural dirt from where the barn's sitting. So, and it's really, really soft. It's really squishy. You know, being in here sheltered, it's dry. Obviously, it's a barn, but it works really, really well. And I think that's why they kind of, I don't know, they do better in a stall without concrete, in my opinion, especially when they're stiff and sore. So you'll notice that didn't take very long. So there's not much poop. He didn't poop very much. As you see over here, there's more poop. And that's because, if you remember from yesterday's video, that's where the holes are. So I'm going to use some of the dried up old poop to fill in the holes. And if you see, he didn't drink very much water. So what I'm actually going to do, I'll set you guys up in here so you can see. I'm going to move his water trough. And I'm going to make it to where it's flat underneath and then put it back so that when I fill it, it's completely level. Now, I'm not going to dump it because it's not dirty. I thought it would be dirty, but it's not. And I'll take the excess dirt from this and put it in the middle and in the holes. So in the middle, last night he was laying down. So that's why I'm going to throw it in the middle so he's got some extra cushioning. I don't really care for sand or for shavings for a stall, because in the wild, dirt would be natural flooring and ground for horses to sleep on. So I think it's good enough for a stall. You don't have to buy it every year. When they're in here digging and walking around, it brings up more dirt. So that's just my opinion. If you're wondering why I had a string, is Rose and Skyla used to like to drink half of it and then dump the bucket all over the stall. And since it doesn't have a draining system other than the dirt in the ground itself, it'd be a huge mud puddle for weeks at a time in here. Okay. So now it's level. I'm going to have to cut that extra string off. Let's see. I'll put you up here. Hopefully this doesn't fall. You can kind of see. Let's see if the corner works better. Gonna be a little slanted. It's not gonna hold up. One more spot. Please don't fall. The reason I don't want it to fall, I'll try and show you. In between each stall, there's, I think they're 2x4s, and then a gap, and then another 2x4. So if it falls down in between, it's really hard to get out. I'm just gonna scoop up some dirt. Sprinkle it down. I actually think I have a better spot for you guys. I know I keep moving and I keep talking and I'm sorry. Make this will work better. Nope. Screw it. You guys can watch him, and when I'm done, I'll show you. Move over. Move over. Good boy. There you guys go. Okay, so you'll notice that it's as even as I can get it. I don't know where you guys can see it. It's even. This is much more flat, so that's how much he drank. I'll come out tonight and fill that again if he needs it. This is where the pile from the dirt from the water was. You'll notice I have quite a bit of, quite a bit of dirt in this corner. For some reason the horses like to lay their head in that corner when they're in this stall, and I added more here and it's kind of deeper. So I'm going to set you guys up at the end of the alleyway so you can see me walk him and see what you think, if he's better or not. It's still way too cold to cold host his leg. Luke, can you move over? Good boy. He's still limping pretty bad. I actually have a hook pick in here if I didn't take it out. Yep, it's right there. So I think I'm going to pick out his feet real quick. And I'll set you guys up over here. If it'll stay up. So every time you see a post like this, there's a 2x4, a gap, and another 2x4 to connect to the next stall. That's where I don't want my phone to fall down in. I don't think this is... Okay. Please, Lord, don't let that fall. Amen. So I know what some of you are thinking. What about his back feet? Well, considering he's really, really bad and jerky with his back feet, I don't want to cause any more stress to the front leg that's sore or hurting or whatever's going on in it. And I know what some of you other people are thinking out there. Oh my God, did you see that? When she picked out his front feet, he started pulling his leg back. He hurts, it's tender. He's always done that because I haven't done much work with his feet. And then I started my job, so that gave me less time to work with his feet. So his feet aren't used to being worked with. I'm actually really surprised with how well he did with that. And he always does kind of take his leg back from me when I start to pick out his hoof because he's just not used to it. So if he was completely quiet like the girls were with their front legs, then I would be a little concerned that, hey, you know, he's pulling back when I'm cleaning out his hoof, something's up. No, he's always been that way. And he's only been here a few months, and I know some people would have within a week their horse's legs really good. I tend to work more on, I have control, I can do what I need to with them, and they're going to listen without dragging me and freaking out. And then I kind of go to the feet. So I am going to grab him and lead him up and down the alley. And we'll see what happens. Another 30-minute video happens. I'm sorry, guys. I like long videos, so that's kind of why I have a habit of doing them. I'm trying to think of where I can set you where you can see the whole barn, because that wasn't the whole barn. What if I set you here? Oh. I hope that doesn't fall. That's all you guys are going to get. Literally, you're sitting on the edge of a 2x4 like over here. So I'm literally just going to walk him up and down once or twice. At his pace. You can see he's limping, but I don't think it's as bad as yesterday. It's still in some parts it's bad, and other parts it's not. No. If you've seen my previous videos, with the mares, I don't allow them to just reach over and eat like that, because if a kid happens to be handling them or the horse isn't paying attention to something new around them, they can spook and drag the kid, or they can just go to take a bite and drag the little kid over. So I kind of make them wait until I drop my rope and I kind of lean down, and that's their cue that they can eat something. So that's why I kind of just popped a little bit on the lead rope and backed him up and said, nope, let's go. So I'm going to walk him back up to his stall one more time, back down, grab you guys, put him up, and feed him, and yeah, he gets walked up and down like this a couple times a day, so he gets to stretch his leg. Good boy. There he thought about it, and I just added a little tension, so he said, no, I'm okay. I don't need it. You notice on this way, going this way, the line's loose, and he's kind of walking slow. Right there, he's not sure about the snowblower behind him. But going the other way, he's walking a little faster. And you'll notice he's not limping extremely bad the whole time now. It's just kind of on and off. Let's see. It's almost like he's stumbling. Hey, you're getting ahead. Come back here, please. Thank you. So, Easy. Easy. You're gonna go back in your stall, big guy. When I come out later on tonight to check on him and give him a little extra hay because it's so cold, and fill up his water all the way, even though it's halfway, I have to work tomorrow. I'm not going to be here to check it throughout the day, so I want to make sure it's completely full. Then I will hand walk him a little bit more. Bring him through after I come in, because they'll sometimes charge in. And I'll set you guys here while I close the gate. Get back. Thank you. And he's a little flinchy. All I did was actually stick my finger out straight to get him back right there. He's going to be a little tense and a little skittish and a little flinchy because he's never been back here. Even when the mares were here, he didn't come back here because we couldn't handle him. You guys seen the first few days, I think. He wasn't that bad. The girls were way worse, but he was still a little tough to handle with. So, even though he's hurting, he still has to lower his head and bring it forward and lower, and thank you. He still kind of lifts his head when I throw the rope over. So this time I'm going to come in and feed him. And drop the lead rope. Nope. So when he does that, I'm just going to slam the door. And if his nose gets bumped, it gets bumped. What he has a habit of doing is following right to the door. Back. 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 So he's ignoring me. Back. Back. So all I'm doing is tapping my leg and going. Don't the boy. So he's not necessarily being dangerous or extremely pushy, but he is kind of up on me, which I don't want. Because if something spooks him, because we do have another barn attachment, if you guys seen my feeding routine video where I fed the girls, that's the other part of the barn on the back of it. So we have deer and elk and moose and everything that go in there and lick the salt blocks. So if something happens to go in there running up and down the wooden floor, and he's right behind me and he jumps because, you know, we're in a barn, he can't see the other side, I don't want a horse on top of me. Come on. Now, I didn't kick him hard. Get over there. I literally just touched him with my boot because my hands are full. That's one flake. For now, I'm just going to give him 2 because I'm coming out later. I'm going to have to set you guys on the hay bale real quick. Okay. And I'm going to put you guys around so you can see what I go into. I'm going to leave the door open a little bit. Cluck to him, let him know I'm coming. Good. And for you guys, not for me, but for you guys, good night, Boog. Good night, big boy. He's like, yeah. I got a clean stall, an apple, and hay. Leave me alone. So that is it for today's update. Again, I don't know if I'll do one tomorrow or the next day as I have to work. I know a lot of you are going to say, oh, you only work 12 to 4, you know. Just because I only work 12 to 4 doesn't mean that's all I do. I have to go pick up some tires for an obstacle course. That when I find a place to do it, maybe I'll film it for you guys. Plus, I have to come home. I have 3 dogs, or I had 3 dogs since Sassy passed away. 2 dogs and 3 cats. You know, they need their litter box changed. The dogs need to be let out. They need food and water. They have to be taken care of. I have household chores to do. Then I got to come out and clean his stall and walk him and do his water and do his hay. So by the time, you know, you get everything done, it's like 8 or 9 o'clock at night. So anyways, oh, the in-between of the stalls. I'll do it in this stall. So this is what I didn't want my phone to fall through. First of all, these gaps are really small. But this is the gap I don't want my phone to fall through. Because it goes all the way down to the ground through wood. and my wrists are not that small to fit through the holes. So anyways, I'm gonna stop talking, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And he seems to be doing quite a bit better from yesterday, I think, personally, because coming down here yesterday, he was limping pretty bad almost the entire way, and now it's just maybe at a certain angle. And that's the other thing. Where I dump my manure is here, and here, and in front of the door. Because if you see in front of the door, we have a board. So in the winter, that kind of floods. And if we even put the manure there, it kind of soaks it up and it doesn't flood, and it makes it a firm ground. Anyways, I'm going to shut up and stop talking. I did another 33-minute video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you at the next episode.